guys. There's lots to talk about for tonight, and I'm excited. So many exciting things happening. So I'm going to get right to it. Welcome, everybody. If it's your first time on here, just want to say welcome. Awesome to have you. My name is Lauren, and I'm the founder of the Fit Fulfilled team. And we do these calls usually every Tuesday night, but this week I switched it up to Thursday, and I'm glad it worked out for so many of you guys to be here. So tonight we're going to be talking about attraction marketing, and that is really what we do as coaches. You know, obviously in any business, in any company, you're always going to have people who do it the wrong way, but we're going to go over how to do it the right way. So, but before I get into that, three quick announcements. Okay, first one is Super Saturday is coming up. For those of you who aren't going to Summit, I don't know, is there anybody who is going to Summit? I don't think so, because a lot of you guys were new, like brand new coaches. So that's understandable. But next year, make sure that you get your tickets for Summit. I am actually not going this year, which is kind of crazy, but I'm not going because we're planning to be out of the country. So anyways, our trip plans didn't happen. But anyways, I'm not going because we had planned other things. But so next year, though, make sure that you're at Summit. And but aside from Summit, Super Saturday is coming up. There's a local one in every city, so you got to get to Super Saturday. There's an awesome one in Georgia, usually in like the Atlanta area. There's an amazing one happening here in Orlando with Autumn Calabrese. She's actually coming here live and doing a whole thing with us. So I'm really excited. I got to work out with her live once before. It was amazing. So the fact that she's coming right to us in Orlando, it's awesome. So if you're in the Florida area, make plans to come, try to come, do whatever you have to do to be here. The reason why Super Saturday and just any events are really good is, number one, it builds you up as a coach because you're getting amazing training. You're getting, you know, to interact with some of the top coaches in the network. You get to hear from there. You get to hear stories. Number two, you get to be a part of the community. You get to experience, you know, I mean, beyond just what's going on the screen in front of you on a daily basis, you get to actually see and connect in person with people, which is so important for you to feel the, you know, the love, the support, the energy of the fellow coaches. And it's awesome. Like they're always like fun and lighthearted events, you know, it's not like serious or anything. It's fun, but you walk away, you learn so much, you leave inspired, you leave so pumped up. And usually they always do a workout at the end. So you get your workout into with like a couple hundred people. Some of them are not big. Okay. A lot of Super Saturdays are actually maybe 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 people. Some of them in the bigger cities where there's obviously more coaches, they're going to have some big ones. So, you know, but they're all great and highly recommend. So if you're in Florida, come to the Florida one. Come see me, hang out. It's July 7th. It's going to be really awesome. If you need to find out where yours is, you can just Google. I think it's tbb.411.com or something like that. Just Google that and you'll be able to find the Super Saturday in your area. So, all right, so that's Super Saturday. The other announcement, this is an exciting announcement, you guys. Oh, so cute. This is a really exciting announcement for those of you who are my personally sponsored coaches. As you know, we are putting together a diamond retreat for the coaches that hit diamond. The retreat is taking place in October. It's October 18 to 20, I believe. I need to double check those dates, but it's already booked and all that. So the dates are 18 to 20. We're having two-time millionaire, superstar, however many diamonds she's got. She's got like a bazillion diamonds now. Jessica Bowser Nelson is coming. She's going to be hanging out with us. It's going to be a very intimate, very private kind of event. It's going to be 2 nights in Ponte Vedra Beach, Florida at a gorgeous vacation home, like beautiful. I'm going to just show you a picture of the backyard just so you can get a little bit of inspiration. Okay. This is a picture of the backyard. Okay. So it is going to be total hangout, chill time. There's a fireplace, there's an outdoor grill, there's a hot tub. Over here, there's a sauna. The pool is like a resort style pool, and we're like a couple miles from the beach. And it is just a beautiful, beautiful place where we're just going to get to hang out, spend some quality time together. We will be brainstorming and you know, chatting about business things and strategizing your way for your next level in your business. So there's going to be a little bit of that, but it's mostly going to actually be just fun. We're going to do some photos. We're going to do it upright. So now, in order for us to do it at this location, I have to have at least 3 of you guys there. So if there's less than that, then we will still be doing this. It'll just be at a different place because we wouldn't need that big of a house. So, but I want it packed out. I want there to actually be too many of you to come. So this is for my personally sponsored coaches, but I want to invite you guys. If you hit Diamond, here's the big announcement. I am giving everybody an extra month to qualify for this. So instead of the qualification being by July 31st, it is now by the very last day in August. Okay, so, and the reason I'm doing that is because of this, because there's a lot of you guys who are like, oh, well, I couldn't do that. And you've already written it off. You're like, I can't get to Diamond by then. Like, that's in a month and a half. And you've already written yourself off. You've already excluded yourself. But you should never do that, because things can happen in a lot shorter amount of time than what you even realize. But for those of you who might be thinking that, like, oh, I can never do that, you have a whole extra month. You have a whole extra 4 weeks to get to Diamond. And you can do that. You can do that. Look, all you need for Diamond is 8 coaches, guys. 8 coaches. 4 on one side, 4 on the other, 2 of them hitting Emerald. And if your husband is on one side, then just sign up 2 more coaches underneath him. And then you've got 1 Emerald like that, you know. Sign your grandma up on the other side, and then you can place a couple coaches under her if you want. So there's a lot of ways to make it happen. But I was in a group like this, and it really helped me push. Having that deadline, having that incentive, having that extra thing to work towards, it helped me. And that's what actually I was in a group that we were pushing for Diamond, and there was a deadline, and I did not make it on the deadline, but I made it like a week or 2 after, because doing the activities that were pushing me to get to that deadline, the fruit of that carried over, and that's what got me to Diamond, even if it wasn't quite by that deadline. So, you know, don't look at it and say, oh, I have a whole extra month, I can like relax. No. Still treat it like you have until the end of July, because if you push yourself like you have to meet this goal by the end of July, then you'll be doing the activities that are going to cause you to hit that Diamond. And then by August, you'll have it, and then you'll qualify, and then we'll be partying together in October. It's going to be awesome. So I just want to throw that out there. It's going to be very, very, very special, and I want all of you guys there. So, all right. Last announcement is the new program, Lift For It, which that's kind of what we're going to be talking about tonight. Whether it's this program or another program, how to attract people to you, and especially for specific programs and specific challenges and stuff. But okay, here's the thing, just to fill you guys in, you should have listened to this on the National Wake Up Call, or checked out your Coach Monthly under Coach News in the online office. It gives you all the details of this. So I'm not going into heavy detail, but I am letting you know, just like they did with 80 Day Obsession, they have an exclusive coach test group that you can be a part of and that your customers can be a part of. They do have to sign up as a coach in order to participate. So look, a coach account costs the exact same amount as a customer account, and they can cancel it just as easily if they don't want to, you know, be a coach or whatever. But just paint it out like it's a VIP customer account. That's really what a coach account is. Honestly, we're VIP customers. We're like, you know, super fans. We're diehards. So that's what we are as coaches. So they can sign up with a coach account and get access to the exclusive coach test group. That's a big deal for people because they get to be a part of something bigger, and it's exciting. I know I had people a part of the test group and they loved it. Some people didn't like it because they felt like, oh my gosh, it's too much, you know, all you got to do is turn your notifications off. And you just pop in there and you actually get the one-on-one live videos from the trainer. That to me is the benefit of it. So that's what I did in the group. I turned my notifications off. I was not in there all the time because there are, you know, a few thousand people in there. It can be overwhelming if you have your notifications on. But the benefit of being in the coach test group is you have exclusive access and one-on-one support from the trainer himself, which is super cool trainer. If you've not done the trial workouts, go do them. They're awesome. I am super excited about, I'm genuinely excited about this program because it's 4 days a week, 30 minutes a day. So the coach test group starts on July 9th that's when they open it, and then the official group starts on July 16th. So you have between now and the end of July really to get people fired up about this. or sorry, the end of June, to get people fired up about this and show them what an amazing opportunity this is, that, hey, you get exclusive access if you decide to do this with me. So if you have questions about that, you can message me, or you can Google, FAQ, whatever. But it is a huge deal to have that kind of access. Everybody else, now for those of you who are like, oh, well, why isn't it in my Beachbody On Demand yet? The way they did it this time is that the program is actually launching in October. Okay, but you can pay to have early access to it, and that is the benefit of this group. So, so if you're already a coach, I think the early access, it's like $30 or something. Not that much, especially considering everything that you get out of it. So, anyways, that's all I'm going to say about that. Let's dig into this topic. And this is something, the reason I do talk about the program, though, is because you will find that having a program, sticking to a program, having like set dates, like a start date and, a finish date for something, it is much easier to draw people into that. Okay. Like, I have an ongoing challenge group. I love my ongoing challenge group. I love all my ladies in there, and I am always going to have that. But there's something about running those 30-day groups, or if you're doing a program like Lift For, I believe, is 6 weeks. 80-day obsession was 80 days. But there's something about having these programs, whether they're 21 days, 21-day fix, or whatever, 30 days, 90 days, whatever it is. There's something about having these programs that have a start and a finish date that it gets people like amped up, because it's not just this ongoing thing. Oh, well, I can join it later. It's like, no, there's a deadline. I have to get in on this or I'm going to miss out. It's like FOMO for sure. People are like seriously afraid they're going to miss out. So, thank you, honey. I just got a nice big old cup of coffee. You guys ready for this? It's going to be, you think I talk fast before? Just wait.
No, don't drink it. Don't drink it. Don't drink it.
I need it. Desperately. Okay. So I know she knows how fast I talk. She's like, I need subtitles. So there's just something about that, something about having that beginning and that ending date, having that, like something like this where there's exclusive access. It gives people a sense of urgency that they have to respond. So, and I also find that working like with a certain set of dates, it gives you like a challenge to work at. So if you're like bouncing all over the place doing, this program one day and this program the other day, which I'm doing that right now personally. I have been, because I've just kind of been finding my, my own way around, waiting for this new program to come out. But find a program. It doesn't have to be this one, but find a program that you genuinely are excited about and focus on that program and share about that program. Like I don't get all into every single program that comes out. Like when the dance ones came out, like I did a few of them and stuff, but I didn't go all in on those because I wasn't passionate about those programs, like I'm not going to just jump on the bandwagon just because it's a new program that comes out. I want to work with the programs that I really like. So, because then I can be genuinely excited and passionate about it. So for me, my favorite program for the longest time has been 21 Day Fix. So, so let's say that's your program, and it's might not be like a new program, might not be the new thing, and that's okay too. There is definitely an extra enthusiasm. There's an extra push. There's an extra energy behind getting involved with the new programs that come out. There's definitely some hype around that you can, take advantage of. But if it's not your style of program, find the one that is, and you build your own hype for that. You build your own excitement around it. So like, let's say 21 Day Fix. If that's your program, that's your jam, have a challenge group that's going to start at a particular day. And up until the start of that, you need to be sharing that program yourself. So with attraction marketing, which is what we do as coaches, you'll see in other companies, you'll see other people that, you'll go on their Facebook and you can immediately see that they're a part of this other company, because you go on their page and you just see their company name here, the company logo there, this package here for $99, or hey guys, and we're having this sale, or hey guys, who wants free samples, or look at these products, like that is what you don't want to do, because by doing that, you're putting the company out there, and people don't go on Facebook to buy stuff. Okay. I mean, even with all the ads and stuff out there, people don't go on there to buy stuff. They go on there to connect with people. And so it's so important that you're not trying to brand your company, that you're trying to brand you. And that is what attraction marketing is. That's not leading with the company and leading with products and leading with the company name. People don't know who Beachbody are. They don't even know who you are because you're a cold market. You're probably like a distant friend or an acquaintance or, cold market. So it's important to attract and connect them to you. And when they get connected to you, then they're going to want to be involved in what you're doing. So that's what we're talking about tonight. Twofold is connecting people to you. Okay. And then connect them to what you're doing. Okay. So that is why, in using your social media, you have to hone in on those two things. Spend time in your daily business building activities. That is what you're doing. You're connecting them to you and you're connecting them to what you're doing. So how are you connecting them to you? First of all, it's through your posting, it's through sharing your life, and it's through those personal messages. We talked about forming a few calls back and just what that is, what that is. And it's just getting to know people, having that one-on-one conversation with them, just as if you were to sit down next to someone in the park and strike up a conversation, So it's having that connection, connecting with like-minded people, and then connecting them to what you're doing. So you have to be sharing what you're doing so that they can see what you're doing, so that they can then, be drawn to it. So if you're not sharing, about this program, or let's say 21 Day Fix, if you're not sharing about 21 Day Fix, then when you go to create an event invite for it, for your challenge group about the 21 Day Fix, they're going to have no idea what it is. They might know about it because, they saw an infomercial about it, but there's not going to be a big pull for them to get involved because they're like, what is that? Like, they don't know what it is. But if they're friends with you and they've connected with you, through kids or through your healthy recipes or through, the fact that both of your kids are in soccer or whatever it is, if they're connecting with you on another level, then when they see you, doing this workout program and sharing your healthy meals and sharing your healthy journey and your lifestyle and sharing your struggles and sharing your victories and sharing your team, when they're seeing that consistently, it's going to connect them into what you're doing. So then when you make an offer to open up, like, hey, I'm taking on this new challenge, you guys, or I'm taking on 5 new ladies this month because I had such an awesome time last month with the ladies who worked with me. So I'm opening up 5 new spots for our upcoming boot camp. It's then when you're opening up, whether it's a challenge group or whatever it is, then they're going to be like, oh, that's that thing she's been doing. That's that thing she's been posting about. That's that workout program that she's been sharing those videos about. Let me check it out. Let me see what it's about. And that's what opens the door to people to where, when you ask them, hey girl, I thought about you. This would be great for you. I know you're a busy mom like me. Do you want to check it out? Then it's not going to be like, I have no idea what she's talking about. They're going to know what you're talking about because they've been seeing it. So, you're attracting them to you and you're attracting them to what you're doing. So I have a little slide that we're going to go by here. Let me find it. Oh, snap. Okay, here it is. All right. You guys should see something that says brand you. You see that? Everybody? Yes. Okay. So we're going to go through these things here while we have time. Brand you. So just like we just talked about, you want to brand you and not your company. Okay. People join people, not companies. They're looking for leadership. So you must brand you. So you got to step up, become the leader because you are one. And we talked about that a couple calls ago too, is that see yourself as a leader, be a leader. People are going to follow you as you lead. And being a leader doesn't mean you have it all figured out. It doesn't mean you're a know-it-all. It doesn't mean that you do it perfectly. It means that you're just unapologetically you. You're sharing your story and you're showing them that this is working for you. You're showing them that they can do this and that you know how to take them where they want to go. So we'll get into that in a second. So we have talked about this a lot too, so I'm not going to get super into this part, but define your audience, guys. Define your audience. Before you can grow any business, you first need to get crystal clear on who you are even speaking to. Who is the audience you're going to impact? Who are you going to serve? So we have talked about this. Who are the people that you want to work with? What is your target demographic? And in previous calls, I've even encouraged you guys. So for those of you who are new, in the past, I've encouraged guys to even literally write down the perfect ideal person that you'd want to work with, like the ideal coach. What does she like? Does she have kids? What kind of music does she like to listen to? What's her favorite color? Like, what does she like to do for fun? You know, like really sit down and brainstorm this imaginary person, because by doing that exercise, yes, it's just an exercise, but when you go looking for people on Facebook to friend request or Instagram, you know what kind of hashtags to look under. You know the age group that you're looking for. You're not going to go send friend requests to a bunch of 70-year-old grandmas who, their Facebook, they don't barely know how to use it, and it's just all pictures of their grandkids. Like, that's probably not your ideal demographic. And if it is, then rock on and you do that. You go for that grandma fitness tribe, because someone's got to do it, okay? But that's like not my target demographic. Neither is it, 50-year-old truck drivers, male truck drivers. Like, I know my demographic. I know my target demographic, and that is who I'm speaking to. So in my daily post, when I'm sharing about my lifestyle, I'm speaking to those women. I'm speaking, to the kind of people I want to work with, the kind of people that I genuinely would connect with in real life. So you will find that in more cases than not, it's like the people that are like you, like the people that you connect with, they're like you. So, be specific about who you're looking for. Okay. Not going to spend too much time on it because we've talked about that in the past. Okay. Understand your audience's challenges. This is so good. Okay. Once you know your audience, take some time to research, brainstorm, discover, and write down their biggest challenges, problems, pains, dreams, desires, and questions. And the thing I would also put in here is objections. So when you say understand your audience's challenges, understand your audience's objections. So if you find that the people that you're constantly talking to have X, Y, and Z objections, and they're like the same kind of objections that you keep running into, first of all, you need to determine if you're make sure you're speaking to the right crowd. Because I think I talked to someone about this. I might have even brought it up on here. But like in the beginning, when I first started, I was just so desperate to make new friends, and I was so desperate to, like get my business off the ground, that I was like finding people in those garage sale groups, like Swip Swap and stuff. And I would advertise, if you want to lose 5 or 10 pounds, and I'd put like an awesome before and after. And so, but the problem with that is that I was marketing to these people that are in a group looking for bargains. So all the people that I were talking with, they were all cheap people. So you know what I mean? And they weren't the kind of person that was going to be ready to invest in themselves, because they're the kind of person that's looking to buy a couch for $100 in their local neighborhood. So you know what I mean? So you got to be specific about who you're talking to. So if you're constantly running into price objections with people, you need to evaluate, what am I doing wrong? Everybody runs into price objections. Okay. So don't think that, we don't get price objections, but I used to, you have to realize, is it me or is it the person I'm talking to? Am I just talking to the wrong crowd? Am I talking to people that are, just barely surviving life, and they're not ready to, be positive? They're not ready to look for a solution to better themselves. If you're constantly talking to that kind of person, then you're probably not going to get anywhere. Or it also could be in the way you're sharing. It could be in the way that was my thing. Like, I kept coming up against all these price objections all the time. And so I reach out to my coach. I'm like, what am I doing wrong? Like, I have all this interest, but then when I get to the part where we talk about the price, they just flake out on me, and they're gone, and they don't, they can't. And I'm like, surely I'm doing something wrong here, because it was happening so much. And so she and I, we went back and forth. We did like a role play kind of thing. And she showed me that what I was doing wrong was I was just giving the price, basically. I wasn't showing the value of what we're offering. Like, I would go through and I was really wordy with my conversations. I was, talking way too much, and I was doing more talking, not hearing from them as much, and I was trying to be the expert instead of just hearing from them and showing them that what we have and how it meets their needs. And so I was doing way too much talking. And then when they asked, okay, so how much is it? I would just put like, oh, it's $160. I wasn't showing them, this is everything that comes in the package. You're going to get, hundreds of programs, virtual access. You're going to get Shakeology. You're going to get the container. You're going to get the meal plan. You're going to get, private access to our online accountability group. You're going to get access to our fitness challenge tracker. You're going to like literally listing out everything that comes. And then you write, the way you write it is like, you're going to get all that for $160. Isn't that crazy? Like, wow. So it's totally different the way you word it. So anyways, that was an adjustment I had to make. So that was totally a rabbit trail, but I know that some of you guys have been dealing with that. So maybe that little tidbit could help you. And if you need to talk more about that, we can do that. But I want to stay on topic. So understand your audience's challenges. So once you know your audience, figure out what it is that they're challenged with. I'm going to use my demographic. My demographic is young moms like me who have little kids. So what are our challenges? Our challenges are that we don't have a lot of time to do a workout, okay? We're most likely doing a workout with our kids crawling over us. So I can't spend an hour working out. Some of my other challenges too would be I need simple meals. I need meals that don't take, an hour to cook. The 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes max is all that I want to spend in the kitchen. And I need something that's easy on the go. And I feel like everybody in this group could probably relate to that because we're all moms. And that's, for a lot of us, that's our demographic. So, understand if your audience has a price objection, understand how to address that. Like I had price objections in the beginning. So now I can talk to people about that because I can relate with it. So know their challenges, and you need to be speaking to them about their challenges. So speaking to them not only in one-on-one conversation, but a lot of that through your posting. So if you know that X, Y, and Z are their objections, X, Y, and Z are their challenges. My demographic, this is what they're challenged with. My demographic, these are the objections that they're coming up with. So I need to speak to those challenges. I need to speak to those objections. I need to show them how I have that solution and how I have it in my life. I need to show them how I had that same challenge, but now this is how I'm overcoming it. I had that same objection, but this is how I'm overcoming it. So in your posting and in your daily sharing, we've talked about this, write down 5 objections that maybe you had or that you're coming up against and post about them. Like do 2 or 3 posts a week that are combating those objections, but in a real relatable way, not in like a bashing way. You're combating them and like you're showing the answer. You're showing how you overcame it. You're showing how, how they can overcome it. So don't be afraid to speak to those things, but first identify what their challenges are. Okay. And then I already kind of went over this. Create content that addresses your audience's challenges. Your job is to create consistent, if you can like pause and ponder that word for a second, consistent daily content, whether it's videos, Facebook posts, Instagram posts, blog posts, whatever it is that, whatever platforms you're using for your audience that address their top challenges, problems, pains, dreams, desires, and questions. So, it's not just the challenges, okay? It's not just the objections, but think about the things like that are important to you, things that are like dreams come true for you. Think about your demographic. What would be a dream come true for that lady that's in your demographic? Like, what would her ideal day be? Talk about that. Like, relate to that. If, for example, like, let's say one of your dreams would be to take your kids on a trip to Disney. Like, that is like your dream. Chances are, the people that you're talking to, that would be like a dream come true for them too, like to take their kids to Disney. Who doesn't want to do that? Especially if you're a mom and you have kids under the age of 10, like every parent wants to do that. So like, for example, that is a dream. Share about how you're doing that, or, whether you're doing that or not, what I mean? Something like that, that it's like, that's a dream come true. That's an awesome achievement. You can use something like that and say, hey, this is how coaching has helped me pay for my vacation, or coaching paid for my vacation, or whatever, but so it's not just the challenges, it's not just the objections, but highlight the good things too, that is going to inspire or speak to that crowd that you're working with. Okay. So create content, and your content needs to be consistent. So, do your brainstorming and start thinking about these things, but then take your topics and be consistent with them. Repetition brings revelation. Okay. So don't feel like you're being repetitive because you keep talking about how your workouts are only 30 minutes. I'm not saying talk about it every single day, but sprinkle it in there a couple times a week. That's okay. That's okay. People need to see that consistently. It's not boring. It doesn't get old, because the light bulbs start turning on for different people as they see your consistency. consistency. So when you're talking about this content that's addressing their challenges and their objections, be consistent in sharing about it. Don't just share about it once and never again, because you know the way social media works. Some people will see it one day, some people will see it another day. Some people need to see it 5 to 7 times before they even pay attention. You know, the sales statistics are that someone needs to be exposed to something between 7 and 12 times before they actually commit to it. Okay. And we're all like that. I know I was too. We've gone over this before. Like, how many times did your coach have to talk to you before you were ready to do that? So have grace with your people that they need to maybe see your stuff a little bit more before they're ready to commit. So be consistent in your sharing. Okay. Build your audience. Build relationship with your audience. People do business with people they like and trust. People they know, love, and trust. Treat your prospects like human beings, because they are, and because you actually want to help them. So follow up, build a relationship, continue to serve your audience daily. This is why I am such a huge proponent of forming people, of connecting with them, getting to know them, not just keeping them in the cold market area. You got to bring them in. So use the free groups if that's your thing. Find a way though to connect with people, to actually care about them and to truly help them. You know, there are so many people that I've run into that have been a part of this business and then they got out of it, or people who were working with the coach and then they got a bad taste in their mouth. Why? Because that coach or because that upline person treated them like a number, treated them like just another person, treated them like, you know, okay, now that I got your sale, you know, whatever, I'm not interested in you anymore. So that puts a bad taste in people's mouth. Like, you wouldn't want to experience that, right? You would not want that. So don't be that to anybody else. Truly care about someone. Like, this sounds so cliche and it sounds so simple, guys, but if you actually care about helping someone meet their needs and helping someone meet their goals, and you genuinely help them do that, you will have a thriving business and you will have loyal customers and you will have actually amazing friends and relationships that will come out of this. So if you lead with relationship, if you lead with truly caring and serving people, then you're going to have an awesome business. But if you're in it and you're just shooting for numbers and you're just shooting for, you know, income, then you're going to get frustrated with the system. You know, you're going to get frustrated because you actually have to care about people to be successful with this. What a concept, huh? Awesome. So awesome. We get to be a part of a business that does that actually cares for people. So, you know, that's where the forming comes in. That's where, you know, it does take time to do that, but that's okay. Trust me, it's worth it. Okay, engage your audience, undercover their pain and provide the painkiller. So the best way to uncover each individual's prospect's pain is to connect and actually talk with them, find their biggest problem and provide the perfect solution, point them to your product or service. So really quick here, 4 minutes left. Lord help me. Okay, so let's say that I put out, like I actually did it today. I put out a call to action post, you know, to join my upcoming challenge group with the super trainer, the whole exclusive test group thing. So I put out a call to action, say, hey, if you want more info, you want to join this group, you know, comment below, drop an emoji. Or let's say I put an event, I made up an event page and I invited all these people to the event. And then I have people that comment or they RSVP and they say, yeah, send me more info. So, you know, it's so important for me to hear their goals. I have to hear their goals. I have to get them talking. So I don't just send them all the information, you know, they comment, yeah, give me more info. I don't just go and send them all the information. I don't just send them the price or anything right then. I start, you know, really breaking it down. I want to hear from them. I want to know, okay, you want to do this? Awesome. What are your goals? Like, what is it that you want to achieve? And if they just say, oh, to lose weight, I ask them another question. Why do you want to lose weight? How much weight do you want to lose? Like, where would you be at your happy, comfortable weight? And then I start asking, what are your biggest challenges? It is in the food. Is it in the, I want to know what their problem is. I want to know the root of the issue, because if I know the root of their issue, then I can show them how this fits it, you know? But if you don't know the things that they're struggling with, then you can't connect to their emotional why. You can't connect to the emotional reason why they need to do this, why they want to do this. And that is so important, so that when you paint the picture and show them, okay, this is your problem. I get that because maybe I had that problem too, or maybe I know someone on my team who had a similar issue. So this is your problem. This is the solution that we have. It's a solution that I'm using that's working. My ladies are getting awesome results. My team members are getting awesome results. So this is the solution. And so when you take time to engage with them and really connect and understand their why, understand why they need what you have, then it makes such a smoother transition. Then they're going to be like, yes, I want to do that. Yes, you can help me. They start to believe, they start to see that you can help them. So, engage with them, find out what their goals are. And then from there, that's where the sale happens. So I'm going to stop the slide there because I've got 2 minutes left. Hallelujah. So, so important though to be relatable, share your story, and attraction marketing. It's not leading with the company name. It's not leading with the company logo. It's leading with you. It's leading with your story. It's leading with even the challenges that you've overcome, that you're overcoming, the excuses that you've overcome, that you're overcoming. And that is what attraction marketing is. But it's not just what you're doing in your fitness journey. That is one part of it, yes. But the other side of attraction marketing is just connecting people in real life, just connecting them to you. So, if I go to your page and it's Beachbody, 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 this program, this, blah, 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 even if it's just all about fitness, I need to see you. I need to come and learn what else is going on in your life other than your fitness program, other than your awesome meals and all that. So, make sure that in connecting with people, the way they're going to connect with you is not because you're this amazing fitness person. They're going to connect with you because you're a real person. You've got your own flavor. You've got your own style. You've got your own personality. You've got your own sense of humor. You've got your own challenges. You've got your own real life stuff. So know that people are going to connect with you on a personal level because of who you are, and you need to share you. You need to put you out there, and you need to be consistent in sharing you. You need to be consistent in sharing your fitness journey. There's a concept, there's even a personal development book called Jab, Jab, Right Hook. And it's that you, throughout the week, you're sprinkling with your story. You're sprinkling with who you are. You're sprinkling, little snippets of your life. You're sprinkling snippets of your fitness journey. You're sharing the benefits. You're sharing how you're overcoming this, how you got past this excuse. And then the hook is when you do the call to action. We say, hey, you guys have seen me posting about this. Guess what? I'm opening up 5 new spots. Who wants in? So it's not brand new to them. They're not like, whoa, where did that come from? They've already been, it's a jab, jab, right hook. It's jab, jab. It's softening them up. And then you have that call to action is the part where they're primed and ready to make that step. So we're going to cut off any moment now. I feel like I got it all out there, but if you guys have questions or you want to, talk more about